Hey guys, what's up? This is Max Fairplay of the Act Racers podcast, and what we have for you today is a little taste of what is to come here on the Act Racer podcast channel. So basically what's going on is me and my co-host Chav, we are signed on for a contract. I can't get too much into the details about this, guys, but we have a contract for 10 episodes, okay? So it's going to be 10 full-fledged episodes full of Act Racers content. You guys are going to be really satisfied as Act Racers fans. But what I have for you now is just, like I said, it's just a taste of what is to come. This doesn't count as one of our episodes, so we're going to call this episode 0, okay? Just kind of to get a feel of what it's like here in the Act Racer podcast. Now, what you should know about this is this episode does not have any video, okay? Our full-fledged episodes are going to have video, so you guys, don't worry about that. This is just going to be an audio. But stay tuned for what's to come, because we're going to have some amazing Act Racer content, so sit back and enjoy. I wanted to get that one up right there.
No, you don't need to explain yourself.
It takes time.
You don't need to fucking commentary me, dude.
Well, I'm commentarying myself.
You don't need to fucking commentary the commentary.
I'm commentarying the entire thing.
Well, you're commentarying to these people who can't see either.
Yeah, our fans,
They
Chav.
can't see what the fuck. They're like, oh, well, I just need to go get that. It's like they're confused. Like, what is he talking about?
Chav, don't talk that way about the fans, dude.
Fans, again, these fans that you speak of that don't exist.
Whatever.
Like, oh, well, all these people listen to the podcast. Oh, all 0 of them?
Well, this is, yes, our Act Racers podcast.
Yeah, again, all 0 of them.
Chav, okay, well...
There'd be more fans that would listen to Drunken Yankee
Chav,
fans
listen...
than there would be fucking Act Racer podcast. Come on, kid.
Chav.
Don't fucking kid yourself.
Let me tell you this.
I don't need to hear your bullshit.
I know it doesn't seem like it, but
Stop
we are the
pandering.
number one
Stop
Act Racers
pandering.
podcast on the internet.
Yeah, because we're the only one that exists, and so
Yeah,
therefore
bullshit.
0... Yeah. 0 is the
We're the
leader.
number one Act Racers podcast.
So full of
I don't give a
shit.
fuck.
You're such a
If
shit.
we're number one, why stop?
You're so full of shit.
Well, you keep participating in it.
I'm not participating in shit, man.
You're participating in the Act Racers podcast.
Because you hit record and have no control over it.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I have complete control over whether you hit record on your own phone.
Well, you know what, Chav?
Well, you know what?
Just go with it, dude. Maybe there's a market, Chav. Have you ever thought about
there's
that?
Not,
How do you know?
because there's barely a market for this game.
Bullshit.
Let alone, like, a podcast
There's-
for this game. That's like 25 years old.
Anybody who likes Act
Game's
Racers
forever
would
old.
listen to the podcast,
Fucking
dude.
ridiculous.
You just gotta find those people. There are plenty of
It's
people
not
out
even
there.
a podcast. It's a recording of you playing the game. And us just talking about nonsense while you're playing it.
It's an
Like,
audio recording.
Exactly. You can't.
It's a
even,
podcast.
You can't even watch. You can't even watch you playing it or have any idea what's going on. It's like it's
Chav,
just
it's
you
a fucking
playing it.
podcast, and it's the only podcast that I know that you're a part of. Are you part of any other podcast? What's the
I don't go around in my normal everyday life being like, hey, I want to be part of this podcast.
So it's the only podcast you're a part of, and you're gonna talk shit on it?
I didn't ask to be a part of it.
You're part of it. It's your podcast too.
It's not mine. And it's fucking retarded.
Okay, well let me tell you this.
Well,
If
let me tell you,
I uploaded all our Act Racers podcasts,
and get like the only views would be by you. There'd be like 10 views in like a month because it'd be like us.
Chav,
going to them
if I
on
uploaded
page.
our Act Racers podcast
Fucking ridiculous.
and I tweeted it to try to get it out to all my fans on
to
Twitter,
all your fans again, all
Would-
your fans. Let's just,
would you retweet it?
Of course, I'd retweet it,
Well, then all your fans would see it.
and they probably none of them would listen to that either. That's the
It's not
point.
true.
No, people don't. All my
People want to
fans.
see how.
All my fans. Yeah, I got tons of fans, nigga. I'm just
We all
a
have
fan
fans.
machine.
Even I have fans.
They're not called fans, dude. God.
I call them fans.
They're not called
dude.
fans, though. Oh, man.
My
perfect
Twitter
time.
fans. That's Chav's imitation of the fourth boss in Act Racers for all you Act Racers podcast fans out
Oh,
there.
my God. We're talking shit on the podcast in the middle of the podcast.
Bullshit, you're talking shit on the podcast. I'm saying, like, it's our only
Right.
podcast.
Because it's not a podcast.
Chop, have some pride in your fucking podcast,
It's not a
dude.
podcast.
It's a podcast.
And if you click the link below, oh wait, there's no link below. Oh wait, there's no Apple Podcast for this at all. You can't go to the Apple Podcast store.
I will contact Apple myself and tell them, hey, I'm putting my podcast
That's not how it
on
works.
your fucking servers,
That's
okay?
not how it works.
And they'd be like, okay, well, what are you guys again?
You
I'm
can
like,
apply to do it.
I'm like, we're the Actor Racers
You
podcast.
can put your you can create a podcast.
I
for
know,
Apple, and
yes.
You don't have to call them or just sign up for it and do it. And
Yeah.
just fucking.
It's the Actor Racers
Yeah, and
podcast.
we'll have no subscribers.
Bullshit.
We'll be able to track how many.
You haven't even tried.
We'll be able to track how many subscribers we have once it's on there, and I
You know, the
guarantee
only
it'll
reason-
say
the
zero.
only
Actually,
reason-
you know what? It might go.
Chop.
It might go to 2. You and me.
Chop.
It'll go up to 2 subscribers, and it'll be us.
Chop, the
Maybe Max, and he won't ever download them. He'll just subscribe to be nice. Like, come on.
3 is a good start, dude. And you know
Three,
what?
They're
Bill?
all us, and 2 of them are us, and then one's our friend. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, the only reason that the podcast hasn't taken off is because there's no video.
It's not on the internet.
Because I don't have a... Well, that too,
Podcasts don't have videos.
but... I know, but... The video would help, like, to see what part in the game we are. Okay, I'm right in Cassandora, the desert level, with all the bees. And the time is... Oh, shit. The time is 10:27.
10:27.
So for all you Actor Racers fans out there, I don't know if that's
Well,
good
they
or...
know what the time is because
Yeah.
they can just look at their own phone.
That's true, but
It's true, but I'm hosting a podcast even though I'm supposed to be just speedrunning the game. That's all you're supposed
well,
to be
that's
doing.
part of the podcast. Is can I host a podcast
No,
and
it's not.
and beat it in less than
You're
40
fucking
minutes?
ridiculous.
That's what the podcast is all about. To see if
can't
one
even- I
man
can't even
could fucking beat
take
this
you
game
right now. You're just unbelievable.
under 40 minutes, and that goes for the last hit.
It's fucking ridiculous.
The last hit, and Chav is my witness. That's kind of your role here, Chav. Is I'm the leader of the podcast,
Just shut
and I
up.
fucking air the podcast and host the podcast.
Just stop saying the
and
word
you're
podcast.
here.
Stop it.
It's a podcast, Chav.
I record the podcast. I host the podcast. I share the podcast. I'm in the podcast. And I'm playing the podcast. And the podcast. Chuck Knobloch. Jesus.
Do you think to get us more popular, Chav, that we would have to make a new name, like Max has a podcast or something?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it'd be. It'd be Mac.
You know what I think it should be, actually? Is
Max has a podcast.
It should be- it should
you
be-
can start it up just like this.
Chav.
Well, coming to you live
Oh, yeah.
from my apartment. This is Max has a podcast.
No, Chav, listen. It'll be Max Fairplay has a podcast.
OMG, kid. Oh my god.
Can you believe that? Oh, shit.
Oh no, because it's fucking ridiculous.
It is, but can you believe it?
Look at those oranges falling from the ceiling.
Oh, yes, we're at the part where
the
you get to the
oranges fall from the
checkpoint.
ceiling.
And,
That's
yeah,
I just said it.
yeah, everybody knows. All you Actor Racers fans out there know exactly where
Oh
we
my
are.
God, shut up.
I mean, seriously.
Well, I mean, seriously. Because there's just a billion fucking fans
Well,
out
I
there listening to us.
Not
They're
billions.
just like, it's like, you know, some podcast people are like, there wasn't a new episode that posted and I didn't post it. It's like, all right, I'm sorry, fuck. It's like, could you imagine people being like, there wasn't a new Actor Racer podcast?
Well, the Actor Racer podcast is kind of like we do our own thing, like,
No, it's every Thursday.
oh, yeah.
They're like, there's no new one. It's Thursday. Where is it? Fucking people throwing fits because there's no new Act Racer podcast.
Yeah.
They'll like tweet out to let people
Or
know. and stuff.
1333. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Actor Racer fans would want like one every week. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Everybody listening out there, leave a comment.
Shut up.
Tell us like how often you would want to see the Actor Racers podcast happen.
At Max Fairplay.
At Max
on
Fairplay Twitter. Yeah. Because I'm Max Fairplay, you know, I don't play fair when it comes to these fucking Actor Racer speedruns.
You're fucking
I seriously don't.
No. Yeah, that's what it has to do with. That's why you picked the name.
Yeah.
Wait.
Chop,
Wait.
just seriously,
Wait,
just
wait.
pretend, just for a second.
No.
Just
It's too ridiculous.
no, I mean,
I don't
not
even know
even.
what you're gonna say, but I don't care. Because
Not
it's too
even-
ridiculous.
No, just hear me out for a second then. Not out loud, just in your head. You know, you don't have to say anything, but just like pretend. You know that there's like literally like say 900 people listening. You know, who are fans.
900.
Just
Actraiser
pretend
fans.
you're talking to that group of 900 people. It'll make the podcast better.
Yeah, I know how to make it. Like I know the like concept of being on air. I get it.
Well, yeah.
But
I know.
and I understand
we're
the
on air,
concept
dude.
of faking it, but there's no need to fake it when
Chop, if it improves the quality of the podcast, shouldn't you just do it anyway? Just because it makes it better?
improves the quality of the podcast that no one's ever gonna hear ever. You're not even gonna re-listen to it.
Yes, I
That's
am.
the worst part. It's like we're recording this.
Chop, look at my life.
We're
Look at my life.
literally recording this.
Look
for
at my life.
people
One more
and
hit and I'm
fucked.
dead.
Stay away from the twister.
So this is gonna ruin it, and the Actor Racers podcast is over with.
Oh, shit.
Actor Racers podcast will be done. I meant that crazy part with the rocks.
With all the Gorons everywhere. Jesus. Dent, 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 dent. Oh my god, OMG kid. Your time's getting fucking ruined.
Yeah, but I fucking
but
did
I'm
all
alive,
that.
so
I did
that's
all
all
that,
that matters,
dude.
and
Oh
you're
my
fucked.
god, I fucked.
I did all that to die right there. Dun, 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 dun.
Actor Racers podcast took a big hit, you guys, today.
Yeah, he fucking died.
I died at the fucking...
Died.
They know what I'm talking about. Eidos, before you go into the volcano.
They know what I'm talking about.
Eidos, before you go to the volcano.
Fucking
And
ridiculous.
all that shit happens with the hands and the rocks and shit.
The hands in the rocks.
It got me, you guys.
You have like no life again.
It's okay.
The witch. It's the dragon. Dragon boss. It's Rayquaza. Yeah, that's this boss. Yeah, Rayquaza.
Yeah, Rayquaza's the boss. Alright, so Chav. I was thinking of doing a giveaway.
Oh my god, shut up.
For what?
Giveaway to all our listeners.
Yeah, to all our
Yeah.
listeners out there, if you
So,
guys...
hey, you're that one listener, you better just apply because you're gonna win because you're the one listener.
Yes,
Yeah.
these are the steps, listeners, is...
Listener.
First of all, you have to be subscribed to our YouTube channel.
OMG.
Second, follow at, Real Max Fairplay on Twitter. And third, this is the third thing you have to do. Okay, the first is follow me on YouTube. The second is follow me on Twitter. The third is in your Twitter, make an update about how you're watching the Actors podcast and say hashtag ActRacers. And you'll be
Hashtag
entered
ActRacer.
into our giveaway for a Wii U.
Come to you live from my apartment. This is the ActRaiser podcast.
Wouldn't you be proud to be part of that podcast and be the only guy on the internet doing the Actor Racers podcast?
Whatever. Definitely unique, I guess, yeah. It's definitely not been done.
You could tell people like you were part of the Actor Racers podcast.
Yeah, I'm so proud. But I can... Hey, man,
It would be
I gotta
awesome.
update my resume.
It would be awesome.
Oh, yeah, I do the ActRaiser podcast.
Yeah,
People would see that and they're like, oh, you do an ActRaiser podcast. What is that then? And they're like, yeah, it's a podcast for a game that came out 25 years ago. I'm like, wait, what?
a Super
Yeah,
Nintendo
just
game.
that's why everything you heard. That's right. Oh, well, I guess that's not impressive. Then to go away, you're fired.
Well, if you're applying to be some kind of like radio fucking announcer or something, and they ask
Well,
what
that's
experience
literally
you've
the
had.
only job. Yeah, and that'd be the only job
Oh,
they might.
shit.
Oh shit! You've never done that before.
I know.
I've never seen that happen before.
You're distracting me.
Oh, it's
Well,
my
the Actor
fault.
Racers podcast took another big hit,
It's-
guys.
No, it's all over. Once.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
done.
not doing this in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone.
And it's done. Now
I did
it's
pull
sorry.
off some amazing stuff earlier,
That
but
thing reminds me of a Power Rangers enemy. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
I think we can overtake Drunken Peasants, honestly,
Wow.
with our podcast. that
Just
we
with
have.
ActRacer alone.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
You guys, the Actor Racers podcast took another big hit.
Just every time I die, oh, the ActRacer drunk it.
It did. I know all the fans out there want to see it. No man has ever done this.
They wouldn't fucking see it, and I doubt that's true too.
We have fans, Chav. Remember when I said
No, my
earlier
po-
about the
again,
900
my
people?
point. No, but it doesn't matter. They would never see it because It's not a visual.
You're
it's not
supposed
visual.
to pretend like you have that many people listening to you.
No, I'm not talking about people listening. I'm just talking about people viewing it. They can't actually view it.
Oh.
They can't literally see it.
So you're down for pretending there's a bunch of people listening to us
No,
then?
I'm just going off. I can only argue one point at a time, man.
Well, yeah, I know, but so I'm saying
so-
fuck that. I'm saying
so
fuck
for
that
that-
point because
okay, in that
I have a much
exact
more
instance,
interesting point.
Say we had fans.
Yeah, say we had fans.
They can't watch it. Okay.
Oh, dude.
Same fucking spot. What's wrong with you?
The Actor Racers podcast took another big
Fuck
hit, guys.
off.
I think
What's
the
your
Actor Racers
problem?
podcast is done, dude.
What the hell's your problem with this right now?
I don't know. I can't do it, dude.
You can't do shit.
20
dude.
minutes
Suck,
halfway
man.
through, even though.
You're shitty.
Sorry, guys.